Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this webinar. Now, I apologise, I'm a bit late. I had a slight issue, so I'm right now at the dojo in Wellington. I've got some internet here, so I'm not going to have any issue with connections, which is good. So if you can hear me, just say yes in the chat box right now. And I'm looking forward to this webinar today. What we're going to be covering is I'm going to be going into the software Social Optimizer, going to be answering all your questions about Social Optimizer. And then next week, when I'm back in Russia, right now I'm traveling, so when I'm back, then I'll be going into some strategies about making money with the software and Facebook ads in general, which should be really good. So if you can hear me, just say yes. Now, Bo, if you can't hear any sound, you won't be able to hear me now. I'll just send you a message. Oh, cool. Okay, I think everyone can hear me now. Yep, I'm seeing a lot of yeses coming in. Fantastic. So, thanks for coming on to this webinar with me today. I'm excited to show you this, and you've obviously got access to the software already, and that's one of the reasons that you're on this call today. So what I wanted to first of all ask is, first of all, how have you found the software? What have you done with it? Has anyone actually used it to run some campaigns? Put a 1 in the box if you've actually successfully run a campaign with this software now, and let me know. Cool, I'm seeing some ones coming in. Fantastic. And a lot of yeses. Cool. Haven't used it yet. Christmas shopping. Very cool, Frank. Cool. Not yet, Bob's saying. Awesome. Well, what we're going to be covering today is we're going to be going into how the software works. Now, I know it's near Christmas and everyone's in a bit of a relaxation mode to some extent. So I'm going to make this webinar slightly shorter than I would. We'll get a long period of time to answer questions and answers. And then on the next webinar, when we come into coming up to the new year, then it's going to be a much more detailed webinar about Facebook ads. So today we're going to focus on the software, and then next webinar we're going to focus on Facebook ads. Cool. So not yet, not sure about the analytics part yet. Okay, cool. So let me jump into this now then. So this is the software you got access to. Who got access to one of the upgrades, by the way, as well? Put a 1 in the box if you got access to one of the upgrades. Cool. So I'm seeing a number of ones. Cool. So those upgrades allow you to get access to the agency, allow you to access to the white label. So I'm going to show you around those as well, so you can see what's included with those. And yes, this webinar is being recorded. I started the recording, so look out for that recording. I'll be emailing it out to you probably tomorrow. All right, so first of all, when you first get in here, you want to go create new. Now, this is going to allow you to create your new campaign. And I'm not sure why it's saying this little thing up here. I haven't seen this before, but this is basically where you create your campaign. Now, before you do that, you might want to go into settings, make sure you've got your correct email in and your correct password, and you also want to connect up to your Facebook ads account right here. Now, it's going to list your Facebook accounts down the bottom here. We've got 2 connected up to this account. And if you're working with a Shopify store, put a 1 in the box if you're working with a Shopify store. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you've connected your Shopify store up through the Connect a New Store tab right here. Cool, and good to see you're in, Bo. Awesome. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Create New. Now, when you go into Create New, basically this is the ability to add your campaign. So you're going to want to add a campaign for one of the products that you're selling. So it might be, product 1 campaign. Then what we're going to do is we're going to connect it up to the Facebook ads account that we've connected up. Now, this right here, after you've connected up with Facebook, features all of your different ads accounts. So you've got 5 different ads accounts that are here. Right now, we've got, as you can see, ones for Brad Stevens, and we've got ones for Milan here. So we will select our Facebook ads campaign that we want to use to run this campaign through. This is the ad account that will be charged through Facebook. It could be your client's account if you've connected up your client's account. Could be your account. You want to make sure that you go through this here, and this only works with Facebook. Now, then you need to select what Shopify store you're using, and if you're not using a Shopify store, you won't select that. This will work without Shopify. We've made it integrate really easily with Shopify because Shopify is one of the most popular e-commerce platforms on the web right now. It is probably the most popular e-commerce platform on the web right now. So that's why we've made it work with Shopify. However, if you don't have a Shopify store, then that's okay. What you can do is you can instead go to this right here, select product, and add in your product name. So it might be that you're selling a digital product. It could be you're selling a physical good. Let's say, for example, you're going ahead and you're selling a physical good. You're selling, Audience Drop. This is a product that I offered white label rights to during this promotion of Social Optimizer. You would click continue, and you've added that product. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually pull this from Facebook directly. If you already had an ad campaign that was running through Facebook, you're already advertising a product through Facebook, you could actually pull that directly through Facebook as well. And John, yes, you can use this with WooCommerce. It's not integrated, but you can use it with WooCommerce. Cool. Now we add our extra cost. Now, extra cost is the cost that it takes for you to actually service this good. So, for example, this is your shipping cost. This is your, if you're working with a business that has some sort of distribution for a product, they should have a number of how much each product costs. So, what's the cost price? All right, what's the cost price of this? So, if you're shipping a good, it might be $10 to ship from China. Most of the time these days, when you're shipping a good, you're drop shipping a good, it's actually free. So most of the time, I'd say you'll probably be entering zero because of the type of business that you are. If you're, in another type of business, you might enter in a different amount. Now, we're having a slight issue with some people having sound issues, so just be aware if you do have a sound issue, log off, then log back in. Now, extra income, that's how much you're going to be earning from this software every time you sell it, or this product every time you sell it. So in this case, it might be $37. So if you were selling a t-shirt for $20, it's going to be $20 you enter in here. If you're selling a hoodie, a jacket, it's $60, $70, whatever it is, the price, that's what we're going to add in here. We can add any notes, and we can select active. Then we can click on create campaign. Now, what it's asked me here is it's asked me to add an ad set. Now, right now, I don't have an ad set up for this product, so I would just enter one of my random ad sets, and then I would enter in, where I wanted these ads to be tracked from. Then again, I just click Create Campaign, and it's going to create that campaign for me. So I click Create Campaign, and it's asked me now to select a product, selected Audience Drill, pull from Facebook directly, yep, and please select products. Let me check something. Oh, I see what's happening. No, all right, one sec. For some reason, it's not letting me add this particular product. So what I'll do is I'm just going to go, and usually what you do is you just say next, but what I believe has happened is that it's reading this as a product. For some reason, it's reading my product wrong. I'm not sure why it's doing that. That hasn't happened before. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm not sure why it was doing that. That's a bit weird. It's fine. So then once we've done that, we've entered in our product name. We can then grab this data. So this is where this data is listed. This is listing all of my current campaigns that I'm running. You can see here that I've got my product one campaign, which is currently running. We've got an ROI of 163% right now. We're in the positive by 163%, which is really, really good. And we can see whether our campaigns are profiting and whether they're not. In this particular campaign, it's profiting 230 ROI and 95% ROI. If you wanted to see more detailed statistics on all of your campaigns, you go into Analytics, and you'll then be able to go through and check which campaign you want, and then have a look at the details between these particular campaigns. So I can search through the campaigns like this. and I can go ahead and search through there. Now, for whatever reason, I believe it's because I haven't connected up my Facebook account, because I'm on Brad's account, it's kind of showing up with this error. I believe it's because I haven't, in the integrations, I haven't yet connected my new ads account, right? It's been unplugged because I'm currently using Brad's account to show you some of these stats. Cool, and I believe that's probably the issue why we had the issue before with that information. It's because it's not connected up to a particular a Facebook account at the moment, this particular account. Cool. So you'll be able to go into analytics. You'll be able to review it through there. You can see the base of your statistics here. So you can see your overall statistics for all your campaigns, your ad spend, active campaigns, and all of that. And you can also add new users if you've got access to the agency. So if you've got access to agency, you can add new users through here. And you can select whether they're a white label customer as well if you've got access to the white label. We've also got training in here as well. So if you do need any help with training, it's available through this training tab here. Cool. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take some questions and see what questions you have about this particular software. Now, right now I'm logged into Brad's account. The main reason is that I'm traveling, so I haven't been able to connect up my account. So Brad's given me access to his, which is good of him, but it's having some issues in terms of showing analytics data. But basically, usually you'd go into analytics and it'll show all the data here, just like you saw in the demo videos examples that we've done previously. The only reason it's not showing up here is because I'm currently on Brad's account and it's not connected up. Cool. So analytics, what it's going to show is it's going to show you basically what I had showed you before, the ROI that you're generating. So if we go back into analytics, and we were to go and have a look here, what it'll show is it'll show the lead, how much it'll view your content, add to cart, purchase. It'll basically go ahead and show you the ROI that you're generating. Now, right now, it doesn't have anything there. You'd usually click on the plus like I did before when we were running that other campaign. I'll go into campaigns and show you. So your campaigns menu shows you this. It shows you your ad spend. It shows your selling price. It shows your revenue, your profit, your ROI, like I showed you before. The analytics will show you the interests that people who have invested with you have. So say, for example, if you're targeting people in the marketing business, you can find out through the analytics what interests those people have. Whether they've got an interest in a particular marketer, whether they've got an interest in a particular product, and you can, based on that, target them in different ways, useful ways. Now, there is no limit to how many Facebook accounts you can integrate with. Obviously, you want to make sure that when you're integrating Facebook accounts, you've connected it up with the right ads account, but there is no limit. If you have 8 interests, will it show analytics per interest? If it does, can you adjust ad spend per interest or kill a select interest? Now, you can't edit your campaign interests through the software. You can monitor the interests of the people that are clicking through your ads. So you can only monitor them. You can't actually change the interests from the software. About extra cost, are you saying that we add the amount above the cost of the product? How do you account for variants that have different costs? The extra cost is any costs associated with the product. Shipping, how much it cost for the product to purchase it in the first place. That's your base cost. So you want to add in that. So it's any costs that you have associated with the product. How do you target in a different way? Robert, can you be a bit more specific with the question? You can target in many different ways over Facebook. Interests, you can target based on, person's age, country, the main ways, the best ways that you can probably target are through interests. But what the software gives you in the analytics is it shows you basically where your people are interested in, or what your people are interested in who are clicking through your ads. So you can get a better feel for how you should be targeting. And you can't do that on Facebook right now without this software. Aside from Shopify, any plans on adding other shopping carts? Stylosity by Sean Donahoe. Now, right now, you can use it with these. It's just manual. You can't integrate it perfectly like we do with Shopify. Right now, we're not sure. We do want to bring out another version of it, and in order to do that, we would look to integrate with far more websites. Right now, we don't have any specific plans, though. Lance, this is a replay. This is definitely a replay. I'm kidding. It's live, obviously. How can an extra cost be zero? So, say for example, if it's a digital product and you've bought white label rights to that software, or it was a bonus white label rights, then there's no cost to issuing that software. So, delivery of the software is absolutely free because there may be server costs and all of that could be included. You could include server costs in it, but for me, I'd probably put it as zero because the costs are one-off and they're minor, or I'm already paying for my server for another website or something like that. Yeah, Craig. Because of the depending on the country, it does have an impact. So this works best in some countries and not so well in others. For New Zealand, for example, New Zealand's such a small market; it's hard to find a wide variety of leads that have interest data. But if you're targeting the states, it's usually the best. Right now, we don't have any plans to, Edwin. It would be a really good thing to do. Will you add the ability to sort by age? We would like to do that. It is possible. I have to talk to Brad about it. Does your software tell you the interests group where the sale came from? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't go quite that advanced. Again, we would like to do that in future, but right now it doesn't. Yeah, so the selling price of this particular product one, this was a digital product, so we just put the selling price as zero. So there is always going to be a profit generated, obviously. If we were dealing with a physical good and e-commerce good, something like that, then we would have added in the selling price. But because of this type of product, the type of product we were selling, we put that in. It also takes into account, though, through this, the amount of ad spend you have, because that's a cost as well. So keep in mind that, well, the selling price might be zero, the ad spend could be quite expensive. It's important to get the ad spend right. Merry Christmas, Lance. Cool. Can you edit any existing campaigns? Now, right now, I don't believe you can edit any existing campaigns. This is the first time I've actually been asked that. But from what I can see here, no, you cannot edit existing campaigns. You can restart them, but you can't edit the existing campaign to change that data. Cool. The interests are located in the analytics section here, and that's where you'll find the interests data. Now, Craig, I'm hoping to cover the analytics, but I'll have to do it on the next webinar. We've had an issue with this account, for example, for some reason. So I'm on Brad's account because I've had an issue with my account while I've been traveling, and I haven't been able to get in hold of Brad to fix it. So right now I'm on Brad's account, which isn't ideal because I can't connect up my Facebook account with his. So let me just check if I can get some interests. No, it's not letting me have any interests. So I'm going to do that on the next webinar. I'll show this. Because I'm connected up with Brad's account, I can see it's not showing interests because it's not connected with the graph. Usually the interests are shown in both of these sections here, but right now I'm unable to show it. Cool. So Frank, if your results are showing that you're not breaking even, it depends how many campaigns you're running. One of the key activities over Facebook to enhance your ability to make money and build profitable campaigns is by testing. So what you want to do is, as you can see here, you want to set up multiple campaigns about the product, multiple ads, multiple different landing pages even, multiple ads about the product, targeting on different locations and targeting different interests, targeting different types of people. This software will basically show you immediately whether you're generating an ROI from any of those campaigns you're running. So if you're not showing an ROI from any of your campaigns at all, then you need to look at your testing. Are you testing enough groups? Also, did you learn anything from your testing? Did one ad group outperform another ad group? If one ad group did outperform another ad group, then you can use that data to reproduce that ad and look to improve it for the next campaign you run. I'm a bit confused by this question. Cecilia has asked, how do we handle a product with different costs, small, medium, or large? So it's very easy. You just go into campaign, you create a different campaign for each one of your products. So you go into here, create campaign. You'd select, product, small, for example. You'd go and you'd, select the ad account you want to target over. You'd select your ad campaign you're running over Facebook for that small product. You'd select which target groups you wanted to focus on. You'd then add the product in here. You'd then add your extra costs. So it might be $1 because it's small. You add the amount of money you make, and you would set up a separate campaign for each one of those different priced products. And that's how you get the data, basically. Okay, give me an Okay, it might be that the analytics isn't showing because there's been a change in Facebook. I'll have to check that with the developer because it's not Craig saying it's not showing for him either. So I'll check that with my developer. When there's a change in Facebook's API graph, they don't usually warn us, which is really annoying. But it means that we basically need to get the developer to check on it. So I'll get the developer to check and see if we need to fix anything there. Cool. Now, Craig, you could run an offline marketing campaign, but the question would be, why would you? If you need to connect up your Facebook ad account, you need to connect up your Facebook ad campaign. So you really need to be using that offline campaign to run Facebook ads. If you're not running Facebook ads, then you wouldn't use this software. How long would you run your campaign? For as long as you're profiting from it. If you're, usually you'd use a test budget. So you'd use, $50 of a test budget, and you'd see what's performing the best. And you'd, if you've got an ROI coming in, then you continue to run that campaign until it's no longer bringing an ROI. We don't give out affiliates buyers lists. So if you're looking for a bonus that you got with someone when you purchase Social Optimizer, I'd encourage you to get in touch with them and ask them for that bonus. Include your receipt so they can see that you've bought. I don't separate my campaigns by size on Facebook, but in order to add extra cost, I need to set it up here for each variant. Yes, you will. Yeah. You do. Cecilia, yeah, you got it right. Cool. So Edward's asked a question here. What if I want to enter a campaign for a network marketing opportunity or a business that sells apps for video or videos for small businesses to market themselves, or a consulting business, for example? How do you handle that with Social Optimizer? First of all, you need to work out how much it costs you per client to service that. Really important. So if, for example, you're doing a video service, you've got an outsourcer you're paying $400 to do that video service, then you'd add into here as an extra cost $400 for that particular lead. Then you'd track your ad campaign, and you'd do that with Facebook. And when you make a sale, then you'd be able to see, how much, whether that person, whether it was worth it, what the ROI was in there. So you just need to work out your extra cost, how much it's costing you to supply that service. Same with network marketing as well. How much do you benefit and how much does it cost you to supply that? Craig, so the conversion's done offline rather than online. That makes it a bit more difficult because Facebook needs some sort of pixel to identify when a sale has been made. So what I'd probably say is that you'd need to either manually add it in to make an ROI, but it kind of defeats the purpose of using the software, or you'd need to have some sort of landing page where you could, activate that landing page when a sale was made yourself or the client could. Cool, Lance, will do. Okay, cool. Craig, I'll get back to you on the analytics. Definitely. So you set up your Facebook campaign, then call them up to monitor them with your software. Not entirely. You wouldn't call them up. You would definitely, when you made a sale, when you officially made a sale, then you know that you've made a sale. So you would enter that then into Facebook that a sale was made, or a lead was generated, whatever it is you're focusing on targeting. You'd enter that into Facebook. So the software then can determine what your ad spend was, what your base cost was, and whether you made money. When do you start scaling, and how much would you increase your ad spend? Robert, it depends what kind of campaign you're running, what the targeting or the audience size is, but usually $50 is the test budget. And then after that, you start to increase gradually day by day as your campaign is running. So it depends on your audience. What I'd probably recommend is we're going to be covering that on the next webinar. So hold on to the next webinar. I'll be bringing Brad onto that next webinar as well to help out with it. Brad does a lot of different campaigns over Facebook, and he'll be able to give you a specific answer depending on what kind of campaigns you're running. Cool, no problem, Edward. Anytime. Cool, thanks, Craig. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Edward. All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll end this webinar today now. I can see that a few people are jumping off to go and do a bunch of different stuff. It's in Christmas time, so I don't want to spend too much time on here away from and keep you away from your families and doing whatever you're doing over Christmas. But what I would like to say is that we will be running another webinar on it's going to be within the next week. So it'll be after Christmas, before the new year. And it's going to be specific to Facebook ads. So we'll actually be jumping into Facebook and going through different Facebook ads campaigns that you would be running on Facebook. So it'll be showing you the other side of the software. And that should also give you some tips that will help you with the software as well. So look out for an email from me. You'll get an email very soon with that. And also look out for a replay email with a replay from this software today. Awesome. Thanks for your time. Merry Christmas to everyone. And Merry Christmas to you. And I hope you have a really good Christmas and time with friends and family. Now, Robert, this next webinar is going to be one-off webinar. I've got some new plans coming up, though, so look out for that. There are a lot of changes coming up in the new year, so I will be running a few more webinars. There'll be a lot of different things happening next year, but I'm going to send out an email with details about that. And, if you'd like to be a part of it, then hopefully I'll be able to help you with that. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. I'm sending you Merry Christmases and greetings. I really appreciate it. And thank you. All right. Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you again soon. This is Sam Becker, and I'll see you later.